Hi guys, Archie Luxury channel. Guys, I want to talk to you today. It's very, very important. Men cannot live on Google ads alone. I depend on your support to keep me on YouTube full time. Guys, there's a number of ways you can help me stay on YouTube producing content. Number one, you can organize a paid review. That's right. I will make a video for US $20 minimum and I will review your collection. I'll answer a question for you. So, you know, normally takes, about 14 days, 10 to 14 days for me to make these vids. The other thing you could do to sponsor me and help me stay full-time on YouTube is sponsor me on Patreon. Patreon allows you to pay a small amount of money, like $1, $2, $5, $10, $20, anything, any amount you want over $1, you can, and it basically sends $1 each month to me. Now, you can cancel at any time if you're sick of the show or you don't like me anymore. So guys, help keep me full-time on YouTube. Paid reviews, I do. Sponsor me on Patreon, and Patreon people get advanced screening of some videos and secret videos. Not to mention, I got advertising space on the fridge. Come on, guys, keep me full-time on YouTube. Hi, guys, Paul Pluta on the Paul Pluta channel. And today I'm doing a paid review. This here is for Isaac. And he says, "Hi Arch, how are you been? I have a question to ask you. For a long time I've been looking for a dress watch in solid gold, and a week ago I found a bargain vintage VACHERON in yellow gold with a gold bracelet. I paid $2,500 US for it, but believe I buy but before I buy it, I was after a JEWELLERY Reverso Classic in gold for $4,000. I made my choice on the basis that the VC is all gold and the gold increases in values. Do you think I made the right choice? Also, I want to buy a Patek in a budget around $6,000 to $7,000. What are your recommendations? Best regards, Isaac." Well, thank you very much for coming and asking the question there. Now, this VACHERON you bought there, $2,500. The only thing I can say is make sure the bloody thing fits. Make sure it fits, because these are impossible to lengthen the bracelets. They're not a screw-in bracelet, they're a custom bracelet, and if they don't fit, they're very difficult to adjust. Let me say that much. Would I have bought it? $2,500 for a gold VACHERON? Is it a bargain? Is it not a bargain? What do I think? Look, $2,500. Not a lot of money. Not a lot of money. The reason they are a bit cheap, look, they're actually a good watch. They're a very, very nice watch. They are a bit small. By modern standards, this is the problem. They are a bit small, and the resale value on that integrated, where they've got the integrated bracelet, because they're from a different era. They're from an era when the fashion for men was to have very thin, small gold dress watches. That was the fashion. Unfortunately, the hormones in the chicken, men have beefed out, ballooned out, and, you know, the preservatives, all the sugar and shit that we eat has made us fat and big. The hormones has made us grow. So I've got to be honest with you, they are priced that way because they don't fit a lot of people. Now, are they a bad watch? No, they're a VACHERON. It's a very good buying watch. You usually find the non-bracelet versions, like if they're on a leather strap, they're not much difference in price, because even though it's got the gold bracelet, they don't fit the buyers that well. They're a bit masculine. They're not really for a lady to wear. They're more of a masculine watch. What do I think? Look, I would say I probably wouldn't buy one. $2,500's not a lot of money. If it fits, go for it. But the big problem is they are they are very difficult if they don't fit. Okay, well, what can you do? I mean, you can butcher them. To add in links, it's next to impossible. You can't get spare. It's very, very hard. To make it smaller, they chop bits out, and I've seen some of the jobs that have, oh, look, atrocious. So I don't think I would really buy one. The integrated, because it's integrated in there, it's so hard, you can't really convert it to a lugs watch. It's always going to be wrong, and that's the problem with it. I would say there's good reason for it being cheap, and that's the fact that they are so difficult to, if they don't fit, what the bloody hell do you do with it? Look, a JEWELLERY Reverso Classic in gold. The Classic, that's a small size. It sounds like you got small wrists, which can be a good godsend because you could get some really nice watches that would be bargains, because most people, it wouldn't fit. I really prefer the Reverso Grand size, the bigger size. I think that is really the sweet spot in these things here. What do I think of a Patek for 6,000 to 7,000? You're not going to get terribly much. Like even a model like a 3919, that's a 33mm classic Calatrava dress watch. Then you'll wind. You're probably going to be paying 10 for that. So you're going to get an older 33mm watch. It's going to be a bit dated. I don't think there is a classic bargain. I think Patek's range, if you're looking for a inexpensive Patek, I think you would go for a 3919. That's a Calatrava manual wind. They're quite a nice watch. Even there, they're a bit small, but you're probably looking around the 8 to 9 to 10 mark. That's where they kind of kick off. They've got a really cool dial, an enamel white dial. Hobnail bezel, times Romans, sub-second at 6. They are a cool watch. That's what I think would be entry level sort of Patek. If you go too cheap, you're going to get these older 60s, 70s, just very simple two-hand manual wind dress watches, which it's not the end of the world, but for so much money, I would probably be saying, well, you know, I think you'd be better off, this is my opinion, instead of buying a gold cheap Patek, I would buy a steel JEWELLERY Reverso Tribute to 1931. I think that's a much better piece. It's a bigger size, really cool, sexy watch, whereas a cheap Patek, you know, it's kind of an acquired taste. I mean, if you like that sort of thing, you can, but I really think that low-end stuff there, it's cheap for a good reason, and that's that people, it's kind of just a bit too small. It's kind of too small to be useful. Whereas if you buy a steel JEWELLERY Reverso Tribute to 1931, it's a cool watch, it's classic, it's iconic. I'd rather have that than buy a cheapy Patek. Cheapy Pateks, there's a few. You can occasionally find a bargain. There was some ugly, they had a model called the Neptune. They did that in steel. It used an automatic movement, same movement in the Calatravas. So they're a good watch, but Jesus, they're ugly. They're just ugly. So there's, you know, sometimes in life, instead of getting the cheapest Patek, why don't you get a nice JEWELLERY? That's kind of what I'd be doing there. 6,000 to 7,000. I mean, I'm not trying to tell you to just buy a Breguet, but you can buy something modern and nice like this Breguet here. I mean, I reckon that's better buying than a smallish. I mean, these are 39mm. These are sort of smallish in a modern. Well, I suppose you could say that, but they're very usable. That's a usable piece. I think usable is more important than cheap, cheap, cheap. When you get cheap things, you just, I mean, other cheap Pateks, you can get a 3944. It's a 33mm quartz Calatrava. I mean, I owned one of those. I owned one of those. Would I buy? I wouldn't buy one again. I reckon sometimes you've got to pay the full hog to get the good one. That's my honest opinion. You've got to pay the piper the full money to get a good one. Look, I don't think that Vacheron for 2.5 is bad. That's not if it fits you, but if it doesn't fit, what the hell are you going to do with it? That's the only problem. That is the only problem there. And if it fits and you like it, hey, power to you. But if it doesn't fit, very, very tough to get it altered. Very hard, I've seen them put bits gold in there and it looks crap. It really, really does look crappy there. So there you go. That's my opinion. I'm Poor Pluta on the Poor Pluta channel. That's my advice. Tell me, what do you think? Would you grab a cheap Patek? Tell me what you think. Comments below. Let me know what you guys think of that. Okay.